Hi everyone, welcome to week 2 of English 101 for summer 2020. I'm just going to go through some details that you'll need for week 2, what we did in week 1, and how it kind of connects to what we're doing now. I'm really excited to meet with all of you one-on-one via Zoom this week, so if you have not, make sure that you check your meeting time and sign up for one if you have not already. So let's go ahead and get started. So in week 1, I had you guys write a short essay about a concept that represents something to you, that means something to you more than just its formal definition. And I will get those graded and back to you this week, usually in the next couple days. So from that assignment, I want you all to remember the importance of having a thesis, a main idea, a governing idea for a piece of writing, and that you want to be reading and thinking critically about you and the work that we're doing, and just how you interact with the world around you. All right, so this is all still going to come into play with our second essay, where you'll still need to have a thesis, a governing idea, and you'll still need to be thinking critically. All right, so for week 2, these are your assignments here. We've got one-on-one Zoom meetings, your readings and reading quiz for week 2, a discussion board, and then our essay 2 is going to be a blog post. So before you freak out, don't worry. They're not as intimidating as they sound. They're actually kind of fun. So we'll go over that and what you'll need to know. So first of all, why are we writing blogs in 101? Well, if you remember the title of our course, it's called Rhetoric and Composition. If you remember from week 1, composition meaning writing, and then rhetoric meaning persuasion, the art of persuading. And what better way to practice this than in the literal audience-driven avenue of blogs. Blogs are persuasive just on their face. They make you want to read them. They've got images and formatting that make you want to keep reading. There are often like ads to keep you to buy something. We interact with blogs and persuasive writing in this way all of the time. It's very real. Another way that this will help you think about your world and how you situate yourself in it is by thinking about your audience. Who are you writing to? And how can you tailor your blog to appeal to that audience? And they can be as personal or as impersonal as you like. I am really going to encourage you all to use your personal experience in your writing, but the amount that you do that is up to you. So in your writing for week 2, the focus of this week is going to be on using examples and how you organize your writing. So your thesis statement, once you've decided, okay, this is what I'm going to write about, which is kind of the easy part of this week since you'll be choosing from a list of given topics. Now you got to decide, okay, how do I connect this with my personal experience? So often it's a great idea to use different kinds of examples, stories that you have, observations you've made, places and things that you've experienced, in addition to common knowledge, facts, statistics. I really want you all to not rely on outside sources for this blog, because you need to learn how to utilize and understand the value of your experience. So we're going to go over an example. I chose this as one of the options for your blog post, although please don't choose this one since I am. But I chose, should we ban single-use plastic bags? So maybe I'll put this as the title of my blog, and then I decide for my answer, I'm going to say yes. I think that we should ban single-use plastic bags. And so my thesis that you can see over here on the right is, for the sake of shared communities, single-use plastic should be banned nationally. All right, so we know my focus, single-use plastic bags, and I think they should be gone. There you go, we're halfway there. So when I think about how I want to support this, I'm going to think about, okay, what personal experience do I have with this? So my first example, maybe I'll start with that I live in Tower Grove, which is a part of St. Louis City. It's right near a big park. It's by a bunch of cafes and restaurants, and I really, really love it. But one thing I don't love about my neighborhood is that I see plastic bag trash everywhere. It's all over. It gets in the grass in the park. My dog actually ate one recently, and that was dramatic. So honestly, if we banned plastic bags nationally, I wouldn't have to worry about this in my neighborhood. My second example is I've learned and lived places where they already have banned plastic bags. I lived in Austin for a year, and people already adapted. It's possible to do it, so I know that it's something that we can do nationally. And then my third example is how it can create stress on an individual level in our home. Like, how many of you guys have a drawer or a bag of more plastic bags that just gets bigger and bigger and bigger every time you go shopping? Not just me, hopefully. So I hope you guys can see that these examples, although they're from my personal life, can be very persuasive in why I think that we should ban plastic bags. So once you've chosen your topic, looked at some examples with our reading quiz, and then started to work on your draft, when you edit and revise for your final draft, these are how I'm going to grade your blogs. I'm going to be looking at, have you decided to format this differently? Have you broken up your text? Have you used a picture? Does it have good visibility? Do you have that thesis that we practiced in week 1? And now do you have examples and your ideas well organized that we're practicing in week 2? The other part of your grade for your blog is that you're giving feedback to your classmates. So you'll see on week 2, in our week 2 folder, that you want to submit your blog post to the draft page, complete your discussion board, and then in addition to responding on our discussion board, I want you to give feedback to 3 classmates on their writing. All right? So I know for some of you this might be uncomfortable at first. You're like, I'm not a writing expert. I can't give advice. Well, I don't want you to think of it like that. You are a part of this class. You're a part of this course. You are an expert in what we're studying right now because we're all in that same boat. So just use what we're looking at this week to help you give feedback to other people. All right? And that feedback is going to be part of your overall grade. Final thing, I had a few people ask me, before that, a few pieces of advice for commenting on blogs. I want you to give feedback on ideas and grammar and punctuation. So what I don't want you to do is be like, oh, in your second paragraph, third sentence, you're missing a comma. That's not enough. That's helpful, but I also want you to think about the blog as a whole. What are their ideas looking like? Where could they add another example? Is their conclusion really strong? I want you to be critical, look at this critically, but also be kind. You don't have to say, oh, everything looks good, it's great, I loved it. Because that's not helpful. Give 3 comments total, and make sure that you're choosing a blog that doesn't have comments yet before you give feedback to someone who already has. All right, so I had some people ask me about due dates. And although this week your reading quiz is due Wednesday, your blog post draft and discussion board due Friday, and then your final draft and feedback are due Sunday, those are to keep you organized. They're not to penalize you. I don't award late penalties, but if you turn a final draft in late, you won't be able to fix that essay for a higher grade, which you're allowed to do if you turn it in on time. Reading quizzes and discussion boards, I will not accept more than 1 week late. And the reason for that is because this is a quick course. You're 1 week late, you're already a 6th too late through our class. And then also the discussion boards, the whole point is for you to be interacting with each other in real time. So if you're not doing that in a timely manner, then the effectiveness is lost. All right? So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and here we go. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you one-on-one in our Zoom meetings. I hope you enjoyed a new view in my real apartment. My fish, Yuki, is over here. My dog is around here somewhere. Maybe he'll make an appearance next time. But I hope you all have a great week, and I'm so excited to meet you one-on-one.